mentioned. Well, in a way of seeing this, it didn't happen overnight.
Yeah, of course.
So-
Imagine you're like, I buy in bulk.
Yeah, we bought everything together. So no, it pretty much after many years. I mean, cameras we've changed them over the years.
Yeah.
The lighting equipment we start kind of like growing to a point where okay, you know what? Back when we started, the fireworks at the first stands,
Yeah.
they didn't happen, so we didn't need that much light.
Yeah.
But then they started doing a lot of that, and then the DJs starting to put a lot of light on their end.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much we needed to
Compensate.
correct? Because if we only work with what they've got, this side is pretty much kind of like if I put this here, this is going to be lit because of the light. This is going to be a little bit darker.
Yeah.
So in order for us to see this, let's imagine that's the bride and groom, we need to hit them with some light. And the stronger that this light is, the stronger that we need light over here.
Oh, to like balance it so that
Yes,
like,
correct.
oh, okay. Oh, no, I know nothing about it.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
no,
good
no.
at it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've baked like once. So if you
yeah,
drop
so you
something
have
in that
to-
shouldn't be there, you need to balance it out somehow.
Okay.
Whenever you're baking something, it's not like there's always kind of like,
Yeah. So I'm
Portions.
gonna hire you, basically.
no, please don't. Yeah, I burnt my cake.
Okay. All right.
But just the first one.
Just the
He's
first
good.
one.
He's good. You can hire him.
I'm gonna put you in the maybe pile then.
Okay, maybe not. These are the maybes to help me out, maybe not.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
let's
you
keep it there.
know, I don't know. I don't want to tell you no.
Just for today.
Yeah. I believe in you. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited.
Well, we've already started, so yeah.
Oh my god. Here I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, no, that's the whole point. Kind of like conversation, talking.
okay,
We'll go over some topics for brides, couples who are planning their event, quinceañeras. I mean,
Michelle, I have many questions. I know that this is a conversation and
Yeah, go
this
ahead.
is not a questionnaire.
Yeah.
But
You're fine.
But Michelle, why Iris? Iris Baker Street.
Oh,
What was the name? Because
That's a big question.
Some people ask me like, "Oh, she's Iris," and I said, "No,
I'm
she's
some people.
Michelle."
Yeah.
And
It's fine. It's fine. I respond to both at this point because when I was coming up with my the name for my business, everybody's just like, oh, you should name it like Michelle's Cakes or like Elle's Cakes or like all these fancy things. I'm like, look, I'm already kind of a private person. So and like when we were growing up, my granny, she'd always tell all of us cousins, there's like a million of us. Like it's a big Caribbean family, 13 aunts and uncles, and then like a million nieces and nephews. It's a nightmare. So my granny, she'd always tell us like, oh, it's not about you. Like it's a big family. Like there's all of us. So I was just like, I decided to name it Iris Street because I grew up on Iris Street and like that's where I started baking. Like I wanted to take myself out of it and just be like, look, I'm gonna focus on the people that I'm making the cakes for and like where I made the cakes for, it's like the street that I grew up on. So like yes, people still think my name is Iris and I'm just like, all right, I still respond to it. I'm not gonna be like, it's Michelle. No, so most people they're just like, oh, her name's Iris and my last name's Street.
what?
Yeah.
well, I always thought Iris, never the street part.
Yeah. People were just like, oh, Miss Street. And I'm like, somebody said that to me one time and I was like looking forward and I hear it in the background. I'm like, I think that's me. So I'm like, yes. I don't know.
One thing I am
You're
sure
very
of.
polite. I mean,
No, it's my
I would say what?
at this point, I'm just like, it's fine. Like, my Caribbean manners. Like,
And does your face have like subtitles whenever they mention street?
I don't know if they even realize it. I'm like, I've given up and I'm fine with it. Like either Michelle or Iris, like fine. Like my mom will go through all of her sisters' names half the time, and then my sister, and they're just like, oh, Michelle. I'm like, okay. So at this point, I should be grateful. It's just between one or the other.
Okay.
God.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So, you know.
The reason that you're not gonna bake in my house is that you have to tell me in advance, like 1 or 2 days before. I'm gonna tell you why. Latinos, we are weird. I don't know why we put all the pans in the oven.
I do the same thing.
Yes.
Yes, I do the same thing.
Okay, that I was not expecting.
I know. I got everybody. No, I have all of my sheet trays in my oven. Like I have it by size. The top layer has like the really big like sheet trays, and then beneath it.
But because you have a lot of them, like a ton of things for baking. But I don't have any.
No, you're fine. I don't think most houses, like the layout when they were building it, they're just like, oh, you know what? They need an area to put pans. They're just like, we're not gonna do that. So, I mean, in my head, it makes sense to put all my pans, like my big pans, in there. And like, this seems fine. But unfortunately, sometimes I forget I have all of my pans in there, and I turn on the oven.
Preheat.
Yes. Oh gosh. So it's just like molten lava pans, and like they're really big. So when I'm like reaching in, it has to be like really, I've gotten a couple burns like getting them out, but that's just me not paying attention.
Well, I melted something. It was in there, and she told me, "Oh, just put it on preheat." I didn't even check what was inside, and it was like one of those ice trays, the silicone thingies. So when she opened it, she was like, "You forgot to," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I did." Guilty.
Always check the oven. And I'm saying the advice like I do it. I don't. Like just 3 weeks ago, I had the same like massive pans that are on fire that I had to lift up with like my inadequate oven mitts. It's fine. It's fine. It's the life that I chose. Oh my gosh.
And why do you choose it?
Oh God, it's such a long story. Like when I was at Pan Am or UTRGV. I know I always age myself when I say Pan Am. When I was at Pan Am, I was doing pre-med biology, and my minor was in chemistry, and I had a second major of English, and I was super stressed. Like white hairs just like grinding my teeth when I slept. Like some of the science classes were just insane. So it was one semester where I was taking mammalian physiology and comparative embryology at the same time. Everything looked the same. Like you have to. Anyway, nobody cares. Nobody cares about that. I was about to like go into the differences between the embryos.
But you know them, so
like,
that.
Yeah, it really helps.
It's really
with
helpful
baking.
now with the baking, right?
Absolutely. Like when I look between, I'm like, oh yeah, this is 7 weeks. No, yeah. So when I was doing like all of that, I was really stressed and I was very unhappy. Props to anybody who can do like the medical field, like to your sister, your sister, your sister. God bless.
Yes.
So I was super stressed, and I started baking during that time to be like, okay, I'm just gonna relax, like,
your escape.
Yes, like to take my mind off of what I was doing. And then, oh gosh, I did a set of rounds at one of the local hospitals, and it was so sad. Like I met the family, and it was one of the saddest things I've ever done. I'm like, oh God. Like when I went in my car, like I had a good power cry. I was just like, this is too much. Like I can't do this. And I work with kids, like my church kids, and like anytime like they feel sad, I'm like, oh, my babies. So like I can't separate myself like that. So I ended up finishing the degree, and I was teaching for a while, and like this whole time I'm still baking because like I'm dumb and I can't make a connection. I'm like, oh, you're happy when you're doing this, Michelle. So I was teaching, and I really liked it. Like the kids were great, but I was just like, just something. So my friend asked me to do her wedding cake, like the first wedding cake I ever did, and I was just like, yeah.
So your first big cake, it was for a wedding.
It was for a wedding.
That's very cool because we did.
That was your first.
We did a big event. It was a quinceañera, not a wedding, but we did not like practice little, like doing cake, like little cakes for a little birthday, party, or did like mini sessions or something like that.
Oh, you went in.
Yes, and you too.
We jumped into the deep end.
Oh God, like no life vest or anything.
Nothing.
It was crazy. So I said yes, and like Susie, she was just like, oh, just do my wedding cake, and I'm like, yeah. And I said it, and then I remember I was just like, why did you say yes? So then I was on YouTube, like I was looking up videos on like how to do like cake structure, because I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So I was doing all this research, and Susie was super great about it. The worst part about all of this, I was also in the wedding party. So like we get to the church, and then after the wedding, we had to go to her now husband's like restaurant and pick up the cake, because that's where I put the cake, because I couldn't drive all the way back to my house because it was too far. It was a whole thing. So my friend was driving my car, and I was in the back seat, like holding the top tier of the wedding cake, because I didn't know how to properly transport. I'm like, oh, I have to hold it. So I remember from where we left, from where his restaurant was, there are exactly 4 railroad crossings, and it's burned into my mind, because every time we went over one, I thought like the spirit was gonna leave my body, like, because I'm just like holding it, and I don't want to like grab it with like my hands. And my first cake was fondant. Like, I don't know what I was thinking, like a psycho person. So like every time we went over a bump, like, oh God, it just. And I did sugar flowers too. So everything that I shouldn't have done for my first wedding cake, I did. But it was so much fun. Like, and I remember, and in heels too, because why would I?
Why
wear
not,
flats?
right?
We went, well, no, not
Not me.
him.
Heels are not my thing.
Little heels.
Little heels.
Just little baby ones.
Some stilettos there. Yeah, no, thank you.
So daring. Oh God.
No, but I did. Oh my God.
I don't know why we did this.
We learn from mistakes.
And I went in a dress. And
I don't know.
Dress.
Yeah.
And I was squatting and lifting and up and in the. Oh no! I don't want to remember.
I'm trying to find a silver lining, but there wasn't a silver lining for both of us. Like, oh God. Like, and there wasn't a ramp. So I'm just like there in heels, like taking it step by step. And I had to keep going back and forth to my car, because God bless Alex. Like, she was just like, what do you want me to do? I'm like, honestly, I don't want anybody to do anything right now. I can barely breathe. Like, I can't handle it. So I assembled the cake on site, which like, what were you thinking? So after I finished everything, like, I took a step back, and I was just like, I think I want to do this. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I felt the most stressful moments. Well, to that point in time, it's the most stressful moment of my life. But I was just like, this is amazing. I want.
But even at that point, like at your stress, you know in your heart, like,
yeah.
I love the stress.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. And then like even sometimes when I get like last minute orders, I'm just like, and I already have other stuff to do. I'm like, yes. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, I don't know what's wrong with us. Like, something's wrong with us. But it was just the feeling that I got, that I was just like, okay, this is what I want to do. And I was still teaching, and like, the wedding was on a Saturday, and then like I had to go back to work on Monday. I'm like, okay. But I knew, I'm like, I'm gonna start figuring a way where I can do this as a career. So then I ended up getting like a scholarship and a grant to go to the Cordon Bleu in Austin. That's where I went. And then I got a job out of like directly out of school, and yeah, it just went from there. I worked up there for a while, and I honestly, my business started out of like pure laziness. Like, I just got tired of driving back and forth. Like, my immediate family's here in South Texas, and it started with a baby shower cake down here, and then it just went like, it just built from that, and that's how I ended up doing like the wedding cakes that I'm doing here, because, and it took me a while to do the designs that I'm doing, because sometimes like the designs that I would do in Austin, they're a bit different from what I was seeing in the Valley. And I was just like, I was nervous. I'm like, what if people aren't gonna like it? Or people are just like, what are you doing? Yeah. So I took a chance, and for one of the wedding shows that I participated in, I'm like, I'm just gonna do like one of the cakes that I want to do, because, and like nothing against couples, like everybody has their own style, but I was just like, I want to do something that like I'm gonna have.
But they haven't seen what it's outside. Here. You know, so they have no options. That like, oh, it's this and that, and that's it.
Exactly.
So you have a lot to afford, you know.
Yeah. So once I did that, and it was such a good reception, like because I had my two faux cakes that I couldn't bring myself to get rid of, and plus like I genuinely kept forgetting. I'm like, oh, I need to I need to redo it, and then I just never did. So those were there, and then I had like the one cake. It was it was an all white cake, and it had rice paper like ruffles and sugar flowers on it and sugar orchids. It's still one of my favorites. I have to get rid of it. She got real old. So, but that was the first one that I did. And then everybody, like, that's the one everybody went to. And I was just like, okay, like maybe and then for the next show, I finally got rid of the two, like, elderly cakes that were on, like, God bless them, like I had them since I was working in Austin. So I finally got rid of those, and then I redid them to like two more designs that I really enjoyed. And ever since then, that's when I would start, I would get couples based off of the designs that I did. So I was really happy about that, and I'm just happy that people enjoy my designs. And I always tell myself, like, if I always look back on my year, on what I did in like the past couple years, and I never want to be doing the same thing that I was doing like 5 years ago, that like right now, because I always want to be changing, and like I don't want
evolving.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I want to give people different things,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
couples from 5 years ago, they're different from couples now. So
Definitely.
just like, oh God.
Yes. No,
Well, except the ones that are getting married again.
Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah, we met one.
oh my God.
Oh, you had a repeat customer?
No, because the new fiance didn't want us.
Yeah, she said like, oh, they did an amazing job, and he was like, huh, let's go.
Oh my gosh.
No, but it's
I get it.
comprehensible, I think.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. First of all.
But I was very happy because she said like, oh, they did an amazing job, and I said, oh,
just like gentle hair flip.
we can do it again.
Second time's the charm. I love it.
Promise we won't say the other name.
Oh God, yeah. No, I've had one like that. I ended up doing the second cake, and then she was just like, yeah, it was great. She's just like, this is the one I wanted to do the first time. I'm like, well, why didn't you? She was just like, he didn't want it. I was just like, well, no.
It was.
Is there a discount for a third one?
I mean,
There's a saying like, times God.
God's timing.
God's timing.
Yeah, and like that's the original cake she wanted, and I was just like, oh God. Well, I'm not gonna be like giving people's like business like that, but yeah, it was great.
This is gonna be the muted part.
Yeah, deleted scenes. But yeah, I'm so happy that like she ended up getting the original cake that she wanted, and like both cakes were wonderful. But when I did my follow-up, like that's all she could talk about. She was just like, that was one of my most favorite parts of the night. I'm like, oh girl, get it. I'm so happy. Yeah. But yeah.
That's
Like, deleted.
I know. Right?
People are like,
What's the weirdest cake that you've done? Like, I don't know,
Not talking about the first one.
Design.
Which,
or
by the way,
flavors
I'd probably say that you mentioned that there's no silver lining of going heels, the dress, and everything. But I believe everything actually has one. For one, you were actually researching what to do. Nobody does that. Everybody goes, I know how to do this, so I'll handle it. Same thing for us. It's not like we went in blind. Okay, we're going. What are we supposed to do? Okay, so we studied a little bit. We did it. After that, same thing for us. Pretty much we said, hey, you know what? Let's do this a little bit more often. So we started studying. We started preparing ourselves.
And also, we did the importance, like dressing up. You know, some people go in, I don't know,
Yeah, I've
crowds.
seen people drop
And
off
yes,
cakes.
It's
Absolutely
true. And and I have heard this from a lot of vendors, coordinators, and event planners, and they say like, oh, they are like in jeans for weddings.
photographers as well.
Yes,
absolutely not.
yes, yes. But
Jeans, polo shirt.
and our first wedding, it was not correct to have high heels or the dress.
Comfortable for us.
But
Yes.
we are like living it up.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, you're
Yeah,
still
it's an event,
Yeah.
and they
Yes.
prepared, whether they prepared it for 6 months, a year, whatever. It's something formal.
Yes.
So for us, our mind just went to, we have to go formal,
Formal.
even if we're
Yeah.
working. And something that we were actually talking about earlier today was the dinner part. I still remember
Dinner
the
part.
first times that we went to events, weddings, quinceañera, whatever it was. We would be starving, and
the
usually
first, I think
the first
2 or
2,
3,
3, 4,
years.
I don't even know.
How
But
many hours?
I mean, typically
day.
it's all day.
Oh God, guys.
Typically it's full day. So we
No.
would pack up a lunch, whatever, throughout the day, but at
Not
night
enough.
it's never gonna be enough.
No.
So back then we would be like, okay, let's kind of like eat. Then we see somebody move, and we were like, no, we're done.
Oh God, you're like going to like empty plates. You're just like picking up pieces.
Well, not that far.
Like I'm starving. Oh my God.
But then after a while, obviously, we learned, hey, we need to eat, or we're gonna be filming, taking photos, and then boom. Oh, what happened? Oh,
causing a
I hadn't. I know. So now bride and groom can pass back, and they're like, hey, it's good dinner.
Yes. No, you absolutely. Yeah. Like I'm not there. Like I don't deliver the cake and just like hang out until the meal. And they're just like, ma'am, you need to leave. Like,
Even
that's
though they
fair.
invite you.
Yeah, I get invited to eat. Like all the time. Sometimes they even give me invitations and they're just like chicken or like steak. I'm like, save your invitations for like your guests. Like don't give me nice things like that. Like,
But in case, steak.
yeah.
Just
I
in
don't
case.
like steak. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe that's why I'm always cold. Like I need to eat more protein. I don't know. I think there's something going on.
But you said just chicken, or are you vegetarian?
I'll pick chicken.
Okay.
No, I eat meat. One time I tried being vegetarian and I lasted for a week and a half. I had a dream about, my breaking point was I had a dream about Whataburger and I woke up in the middle of the night and I drove to the Whataburger that was close by my house.
No.
I got a #1, extra onions and pickles, and then fries, and then I got a breakfast taco for when I wake up later in the day. Cause I couldn't do it. Like I woke up like sweating, and I was just like I don't know. Like I eat beef, but I don't know. I don't like steak. I don't know what's
Okay.
wrong with me. I'm very picky. It's a problem, and
Oh,
everybody in
no.
my family lets me know. It's a mess.
And you don't you don't drink coffee
Oh, I
too.
don't drink
I
coffee.
think you're very authentic.
I don't know. I don't drink coffee either. Like I'll have some tea every now and then. Like I like matcha. It's
Oh,
Yeah.
our kid loves matcha as well.
okay. See, yeah, it's good. It's solid.
He's weird.
Okay.
Yeah, yesterday he was in karate class, and they wanted to teach him about eating healthy. Kind of like, yes, you can eat a candy or two, but it's not the only thing that you're gonna be eating throughout the
Yeah.
day. So everybody starts saying, oh, I like pizza, I like this, and he's like, well, I like pizza, but I don't eat pizza.
Oh, he's so sweet.
His
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
you know,
afraid. Do
he,
you
he
remember?
can't eat gluten, so he
Yes.
knows he likes it, but he also knows he can't have it.
Yeah.
We were at a birthday
Sweet
party
baby.
on this past weekend, and they were only serving pizza, and they had some fruit plates as well. So obviously, I'm not always on top of him because I want him to make kind of like his those decisions and see what happens. But I'm like 3 feet away, and
Yeah.
I'm watching him grab a plate, go up to the lady, and she's gonna hand him a pizza.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh no, I can't eat, but fruit, please." So they
That's
serve
adorable.
everything
Oh my
like.
gosh.
I remember I don't know, it was
a show at the Grove.
Yeah, and I had that. I think I gave him my apples.
Yeah, you're
and-
right. Sorry.
No, he needed him more than I did because he was very like he let me know what's up. So he's just like I can't have it. I'm like oh my god. And then he shared some. I think it was his Halloween candy that he shared with me,
Yeah.
and he's just like I can't eat it. So I've just been sharing like give me the berry Skittles. But like he's so sweet and very responsible. Like oh god, there's a reason I didn't have allergies as a child because like I would not be here at this point. I'm just like you'd be interviewing like a spirit. Like I'm not responsible. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, like I remember when I would like when I do deliveries, I make sure that like I'm presentable because you never know who you're gonna see. Like,
Of course.
like I have my ugly kitchen shoes. Like, yes, like they're.
No,
this-
we
Yeah.
all have or
Our home outfits.
editing
Our in-home outfits.
Yeah, yes. But like when I go to a wedding, like I don't know if I'm gonna see the couple, and I don't want to be like the slob vendor who's just like hanging out. I'm like, oh hey, I'm
course.
We've seen plenty of those.
Like I'm not going in a full ball, like a ball gown, like, and I'm like, oh guys, watch out for my train while I'm like putting up this cake. They're like, why are you here? Why are you just dressed up? Oh gosh, but
I was invited as well.
I'm like, I have my invitation, ma'am. I'm like, okay, and then I go to like the name board to see where my table is. I'm like, you need to get out.
Miss Street.
Yeah, perfect. They knew. Oh gosh, no, I've gone some like entire like relationships with couples and they think my name's Iris Street, and I'm not gonna correct them because they're so sweet. I'm like, whatever. But yeah, I get there and like I have on my chef's coat because like that's what I'm used to when I worked up in Austin. So like I can't fathom like showing up in like my house clothes, like the stuff that I bake in that like nobody wants to see, to a delivery. Like I don't know. Like I'm not gonna do our first time when we went in heels, and I'm saying we as all three of us when we went in heels for our first like event. But
sometimes it's not me. I went
like,
4 more shoes.
it could be like the clear heels with like the goldfish in it, like just in the heel though. But I'm like, so I do my best to like be somewhat presentable because
Yes.
like God forbid I show up in a picture and they're just like, who's that in jeans and a t-shirt? I'm like, it's your girl. Oh my gosh.
We should change the subject just a little. What happens when they give you a design that is not, I don't know.
One day you work.
It is
Like
not
it doesn't resonate with you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your, I don't know, your
My workarounds? No.
Yes.
So on my website, on my form, I have it's called a wedding inquiry form. You know. Okay. So there's areas where they can put pictures and like I think there's 6 spots. It's nobody cares about these details. But like they can enter like as many of photos that they've been looking at, because you know couples like they have like full Pinterest boards, so many things. So I give them the room to put that. Like I do it for them and also for me, because there might be little aspects from each cake on there that they can see on a cake. So whenever on their wedding cake. So whenever we have our virtual consultation, I do virtual consultations right now because it's easier for everybody.
Yeah,
and like plus nobody wants me to watch them eat their cake and be like, do you like it? And they're just like, I'm like, just
with a scary face. Do you
enjoy it? And they're like, oh my gosh. So I have like pickup tasting boxes that they can eat their cake in the privacy of their own home and not have me like.
I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
It's very smart.
Yeah, I did it because it started during COVID. Like all of this started when everything was shut down, and then like I liked it so much because I'm just like, I don't have to like put on proper pants to like meet somebody. I'm like, absolutely. Like this is it. This is my forever route.
As long as you don't have to stand up and go.
Oh gosh. And I have to like put on proper shoes. I'm like. So I do like during the virtual consultations, like we go through all of like the details, like everything that's going, like your guest count, your flavors, like we get all of that out of the way. And then that's when I like show them their cakes that they sent in, and I go through like each one of them, because there's always going to be cakes where I'm just like, but I always go through like the pictures and be like, what aspect do you like about this one? What do you like about that one? And then I sketch everything. Like during our consultation, I show them like, how do you feel about this? And like, it usually works out. And like, sometimes we'll do like tweaks, and like, she's just like, oh, well, I want the flowers here, or I want more flowers, I want less flowers, or I want more texture. It just depends on like the direction that they're going. But if they're like dead set on like that one design, I'm just like, I always ask questions. I ask so many questions to like get to the point of like, you know, like if you want to like alter it a little bit and like
or not.
Or not. If we get to the point where it's an or not, I'm like, all right. Like I'll do it. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is the cake I do want to do. Like I'm gonna do it.
I think it's a very mature thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes people think we do all that we want. And sometimes you have to work with minds.
It's somebody else's vision, like what they
Yes.
have. Yeah.
And it's not the same feeling that you're used to and that you want to reflect.
Yeah.
But it's not your wedding. Like, I mean, it's not my wedding. You want this, I don't know, these colors or this pose or this thing. It doesn't change all my work.
Yeah.
And we have to make sure that everyone knows that.
Yeah.
That we can work with different perspectives.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very mature thing.
Yeah. I feel like I want people to always feel like I'm not saying like there's any cakes that I hate, but I want everybody to feel like I loved every single cake that I've done. And like I feel like,
Of course.
yeah, and I want it to be presented in the work. Like if I love a design that I'm obsessed with, like I'm not gonna put any more or less work in that design as opposed to a design that I'm just like, all right, like every couple deserves to have the cake that they have in mind and that they love. And I think everybody should get like what they're going for.
Yeah, and
so.
and I think it's that thing that separate the people that do their work just for love and just for this, just for fun, and from professional.
Yes.
We put not only the fun thing, but the hard thing.
Yes.
All of the emotions.
that-
Yeah,
that-
all
you're
of
just
that.
like-
Oh
thing
no! Yeah, seeing you grit. I'm like, girl, I get it. Oh, God. You don't even have to say anything. I'm like, oh my god. Oh god. I can see it's like
My
in her
English is
eyes and like,
limited.
no, you're fine. No, I got it. No,
My
she's
English is
just
very
like,
limited. I'm sorry.
there's like a gentle flare to the nostril. I'm like, oh god, I feel it too. Oh god. No. I 1000% understand it, and I like. There's sometimes where like all we're here for is like trying to like guide them in the
Yes.
direction, like the best direction that like sometimes they're not able to see, and I'm just like, well, I'm here to help you out. Like, so I'm like, do this. And like, and also we have to remember that we're basically salespeople too. Like you're selling a design to them, and it has to be like, it's a design that they want, but they didn't realize that they want. Like that's why I do like, that's why I sketch things so that they can see the bits and pieces that they're really into coming into a design. And then I'm just like, how do you feel about it?
And I believe that's really important to mention as well, that a lot of couples, when they go in for first consultation with you, even first consultation with us, they, I mean, I understand because we've been married, so we've been on the other side where we need this service, we need this item.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only thing that we're thinking about. But now that we do this and that you do this for a living, we understand that it's doing the cake or going in and taking the photo of whatever's happening just for the sake of doing it. It's kind of like the base of what we should be doing. Kind of like, well, yeah, you're doing a cake, you're taking photos. But we're also here to guide them. That's, I believe, what also separates us from many other studios, or for you from many other bakeries, because you are guiding them. A lot of times they don't know that they need that because they see a cake, and for them it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But once you go into a design and you start making something for them that is more on their style, or a lot of times they don't even know what the style might be, but that's when we need that guidance the most. If not, then we're gonna end up with a cake that everybody's got.
Exactly. And like I feel like because I understand that I am not for everybody. Like I'm not going to be, there's plenty of work available for everybody here in the Valley. And I know I'm not going to be like everybody's cup of tea. And so I'm totally fine with that. Like what I'm super excited about is when I'm able to create something from scratch for like such unique couples. I'm like slamming on the table. I'm sorry. like, very upset. I'm like, unique people that I enjoy. And they're just like, oh God. Yeah, like whenever I'm able to create something that's custom to couples, like, oh God, it's my most favorite thing. The moment they're just like, I like these things. What can you sketch? I'm like, oh my God, say less. Like, that's how, to date, this is one of my most favorite cakes. I did it at Rancho Guadalupe, and it was a 4-tier cake. And oh God, Amy and Gid, should I not be saying names?
Yeah,
I'm
fine.
like, oh God. Amy and Gid, they asked for the night sky. They're just like, the theme was basically like night sky, and they do like a lot of what do they do, like production stuff, like they work in the theater, so it was like that was the whole thing, and there's like a lot of stars everywhere. So then we were talking, and then I was just they said that they wanted to center another part of their wedding around the day that they started going out, like when he proposed to her. So then I was just like, oh my God, that's really sweet. And she's just like, yeah, my dad's making the cake topper for it. I'm like, oh God. I'm like, so what are you thinking about for your cake? And she's just like, I don't know, something like with stars. And I was just like, why don't we do like your cake, but like as the night sky of like when he proposed. So that's what we did for that. It's just me. I'm like, oh, me and my kitchen,
My whole crew.
me and my dishwasher. Oh my God. So like that's what we did the whole cake about. Like I found the night sky, and I put all the constellations in order, and like it was like a cascading thing. And then I did it was hand painted, and it was in gold. Like it started on the cake board, and then I did it like traveling up to like the little topper that she did with her dad. To date, that's one of my most favorite cakes. One of my most favorites. Like I love all of my cakes. I love all my couples, but there's certain things that just like stand out, and it's because it is the most unique one, because I haven't done a night sky cake like that. That's the only night sky one that I've done.
I believe that after many years, there's always that one event, that one cake that kind of like, I know one of our editors, team members, asked me, which are the vows that you feel were most intimate or touching? And Annette even kind of got on the same point as me, and we didn't even kind of talked about it. And I'm like, it was the easiest ones. And it's not because of what he said, but the way he said it. So, Mr. King, if you're seeing this, is Jordan King. So, yeah, it was pretty much many years ago. We got booked for the wedding. We were doing the video, and just kind of like, I take you, blah blah blah. But just his tone, his voice, the pause. I mean, he's a lawyer, so he pretty much knows how to speak.
He knows what's up.
Yeah. And for most of us, I mean, I tripped. I was like, what am I supposed to say? But
not like that.
Well, not that
like,
bad.
it wasn't like that. It was great. Excuse you. I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, she understood most of it.
You guys got married. Like, it's fine. Like,
yeah,
she was into it.
And I believe that's the one that I always go back into, kind of like, but just pretty much not what he said, but the way he said it.
Yes. Oh gosh. Yeah. There's like. I'm not here to be ranking couples, but
no, of course.
Yeah, I'm like, oh God.
No, but some couples, they are in
they
their
just
hearts,
get
like,
to you.
Yes.
Oh God. Like there's some couples where you're like, you end up being like friends. Like I'm friends with like all of them, because I'm like, I enjoy talking to so many of my couples. Like I'm thinking about it.
But you're such a people person.
Oh,
I mean, when I am with you, I'm happy.
Oh,
Michelle.
I always feel
even
like,
if it's 5 minutes in a convention, like
From very far away.
Yes.
I know.
Oh God. I always think like I'm an introvert, because like I enjoy being
You don't seem like an introvert.
like my Saturday night, like after I pick up like a cake stand, like I'm just like, oh God, can I go to bed already? I'm like, this is the dream. Or like getting like a good book. I'm just like, oh God, like taking a poorly timed nap on like a day that I should be working. I'm like, oh God,
that
like
sounds
that's it.
great.
Yeah, it sounds great. like I'm not missing appointments, but I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's a day off, so
yeah.
let's take advantage.
Oh
of
no,
it.
it's not. It's not a day off. Like I should be working. Like
No.
it's 3 in the afternoon, and I'm like, I should probably be like doing some buttercream. But I'm like, you know what I should do? I'm gonna take a nap. No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having our own business. We can actually say, okay, you know what? I'll schedule it in a way that I'll take that nap, that rest today, or maybe for a few hours, and then I'll just gather it all together and stress off a little bit more tomorrow.
Yeah, like I can see every Sunday and Monday, that's when I make my schedule for the week. And it's like past Michelle knows how lazy future Michelle's gonna be. So like I'm writing out certain things on certain days, and I'm just like, that Thursday, I know I'm gonna make a bad decision. And I'm gonna put less things that I need to do because I might take a nap. And then I end up taking a nap on the Thursday. So I'm just like, do I need to? No. That's the day I should be working, but like it's close to the end of the week too. So I'm just like, this is like the busiest time, but it's just like a gentle ladies nap to get more energy.
Yeah, most times our Mondays are our Sundays, even though sometimes we are also busy on Mondays, especially from pretty much next week onward till the end of the year. It's back and forth, back and forth.
It's like a hot dumpster fire. Not like a hot dumpster fire, but it's like fall is always the busiest part. Like, so that's why I chose to get sick before like my busiest season.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, God. Thank you. It was not my decision at all. Oh,
I
God.
know, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I know. I don't know how I don't know. And I kept pushing off like getting, because I know I need to get my flu shot, and I was doing my flu shot like in the end of like August, but I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna like push it back, like because I kept getting busy, but not really busy. No, I was
No, you were
busy.
taking naps.
Okay, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I was trying to talk myself out. I'm like, were you busy? Should you? Anyway, so and then I ended up getting sick because like around children, I'm like, oh God. It hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, but yeah, so thankfully, like it happened before like October. Like from this point until December 29th, like please, like I can't.
That's all our feelings.
I know. Like,
we're all feeling the same. Everybody wants to have an event pretty much from October all the way to the end of the year. Even though they have plenty of chances throughout the middle of the year. But
what do we know?
We understand. We got married in December as well.
Oh God, excuse you. What date did you get married in December?
15.
The 15th.
Okay, that's reasonable. That's reasonable. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
Yeah, it's
But,
fine. Yeah, I've done what's it called? What's the day at the end of the year? New Year's.
Okay.
Oh my God, that shouldn't have taken me that long to remember. I'm like, I should be ashamed of myself. I've done one New Year's wedding, and I don't know, like I was.
We have done several.
Oh God. Oh, I'm sure the fireworks look great. Are there fireworks?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm never there for that part. I just like, it was
A little bit tiring.
Yes, it's late. Everything's later than what you normally
Yes.
do it. Like, so I'm there setting up a cake at 9, and I'm just like, my body, like, I'm basically an elderly woman in a 30-something body, and I was just like, oh God. So I said, and it was a beautiful cake. Like, I had so much fun doing it. But I remember when I got back to my car, like, I was sitting there, and I was just like, so tired, and I'm like, should I take a nap here? I'm like, no, if I take a nap here, like they're gonna be like, this random cake woman is sleeping in the parking lot, like get out of here. So I ended up going, I went home, and then I took a power nap. I take a lot of naps. I took another nap, and then after that I went back to pick up the cake stand at like 1 in the morning, and I was just because I know if I don't do it the night of, like, it's not gonna happen, and cake stands are expensive, and I can't just be like, oh, I'll just get another one. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
So, but like when I went there,
So what's the running here? Like
Your schedule.
How do you
oh gosh, yeah.
manage logistics with the salon, with the couple, or what?
It just depends. Like sometimes, most of the time, it's with a coordinator. Like
But if the venue doesn't have any coordinators, what?
Like, yeah. Sometimes I call the venue. I'm like, hey, like, what time are you guys opening? They're just like, we don't know. I'm like, okay, all right. So, yeah, I know. But half the time, I think it's because I call like the general number. Okay. So it's just like the person at the front office. They're just like, who is this? I'm like, oh, you know what? That's on me. I should call the number that the couple provided. But, you know. So if the couple doesn't have a coordinator, I usually just send them a message. Like I have like a whole schedule. So it's like 2 weeks out. I do like just like a follow-up, not a follow-up. Like just like it's a check-in email to be like, okay, your wedding's coming up, just in case you forgot. It's they're never gonna be forgetting. Okay.
Oh my.
What? Oh my god. So then I reach out to them. I'm like,
sorry, wrong couple.
Oh god, no, never, absolutely never. Oh god, imagine they're just like, and she's making her cake. Why? So I reach out to them and it's just like, hey, your wedding's 2 weeks out. Like, I'm just reaching out to see like if you have a window for me to like drop things off. And then usually I'm asking too early. And I understand that, but I do it earlier than what I need to so they could be like, oh,
By the way, I also need to schedule this.
Yes. And like half the time they don't have my time and I'm like, that's fine. Like I'm a patient girl. So they usually get back to me within like a week or so. And if it's not the coordinator, if it's not the venue, then it's usually the couple. And that's why I ask so early, because I'm like, I know I'm just the cake, and I'm like, I'm not the venue, I'm not the photographer.
But it's not just the cake. I mean, it's a beautiful part of the event.
Oh gosh, I know.
We went to a wedding that it doesn't look like a wedding. It was like a vintage vampire feeling.
Which one?
Did you
Oh yeah, I remember which one.
Curtains like
black, red.
Oh my gosh.
And the main they didn't have a sweetheart table like for the couple. They
had a main table for the cake.
And it was amazing.
Sorry, my mouth. Everybody's just like
enter to that place and the main character, it was a cake.
Oh God, the
dream.
And
I feel that it's
it's actually a very important part of any event, because even though a lot of I don't know, probably when starting the planning process and everything,
it was many years ago.
Oh yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah. How long
I
have you
think
been working?
How much time have you been here in business?
I want to say 2019.
2019. Okay. No.
Yeah.
It was way before that.
Yeah. Oh God. How long? Yeah. Wait. When did you guys start?
Before that.
Okay. All right.
My wrinkles. I'm so sorry.
Wrinkles. Okay. That's enough. Oh God.
Yeah. No, we've been doing this for about here in the valley about 13 years, more or less.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But I think
now I don't know how old anybody is. Okay.
Let's keep it that way.
We have an air of mystery.
but I think it's not just a cake. I'm just a cake. No, it's something like very meaningful.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I think it's because I'm usually like one of the last vendors to be booked, because realistically thinking, like speaking in the whole scale of things, like I usually come last, and I'm fine with that, because like people, like the venue has to be first, because you don't want to be like sending out save the dates. So you're just like, I don't know. Of course. And then like usually it's maybe the dress. You know, now that I'm saying it, I'm realizing that I don't know the exact like order of things.
Maybe ceremony.
Typically, what we recommend, we've met a lot of couples who still don't have the date, is first you most definitely need your venue. Because without a venue, you don't have an exact date. A lot of times they come in and they tell us, oh, I'm getting married on, I don't know, let's just say March 2026. But they don't have the venue. So that's going to change.
Yeah.
Because if you go to a venue that you like, but they are probably booked, then you need to change it.
Yeah.
Unless you go and try and find another venue, then it starts getting too complicated.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
So first thing, venue. Church, if they're doing a church ceremony, I believe you cannot book that with too much time in advance.
Oh.
I believe it's like 6-8 months, more or less.
It depends on the
It depends a lot on the church.
Oh, okay.
the church, the religion, the type of ceremony that you're having. Yeah, if it's civil.
If it's a legal ceremony, you can do that whenever. You just need an officiant there. That's it. And that person you can actually book afterwards.
Okay.
Because you need the venue, the church, or ceremony. If you're doing like a church ceremony, then there's your music, and then there's the photography. Because those are the only things that if the date is booked,
Like that's it.
that's it.
Yeah.
And I believe that they leave like flower arrangements, maybe the dress, maybe the cake to a little bit further down the line.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for most of you guys, you can do 1, 2, maybe 3 events per weekend, and it's fine on the same day.
Yeah.
But for us, it's just the one wedding.
For me, it's the stress of just like, oh god, I don't know how you guys do it. I remember first of all, I had no idea you guys did like video too when it was for, we were just talking. It was in Casa Los Alamos. Was it there? It was, and I was having problems doing like setting up my
I saw you because I'm so I remember
Yes.
with Sam and
Yes,
yeah.
Sam. Oh my gosh, Sam. Okay, yeah. Oh god, sweet angel.
The Pilgrims?
No. Sam,
Which one?
her name, I forgot his
God,
name.
Oh, I know.
But they cried a lot. I remember them.
Americo.
Yes.
Oh god, they're so sweet.
American
Oh
someone.
god. Oh my god. If they see this, hey guys.
Yeah, I remember they exchanged vows first in their pajamas, so that was the first time for me. So I was like, okay, if you're comfortable, fine. I mean, it's your wedding, just kind of like going over what everybody prefers to do, kind of like dressed up and everything. So they were doing their own vows, and they were crying, like tears and tears. And then right after, like, and I mean like 40 minutes after, we go ahead and do the first look. He's crying as well.
Oh Lord.
And then she walks
Sweet
down the aisle, and he's
angel.
crying again. Yeah,
Big
it was very
babies.
emotional for both of them.
Oh, they're so sweet. Their story is amazing. Like their lives are so crazy. I'm like, oh, they have such full lives. They're so sweet. Oh my gosh. She's actually one of the couples that I ended up meeting for like I gave her the tasting box in person. Like she was they at the time they lived, I can't remember where they lived, but she was here in the valley like doing wedding stuff. And she was just like, oh well, would it be okay if like we met at like a coffee shop so I can give it to, so we can like meet for the tasting box. I'm like all right, like I'll put on pants and like put on shoes and like
That was my nap day, but thank you.
Great. So like, but when I got there and like I thought it was just gonna be like a drive-by. Oh my gosh, that's super violent. Like dropping off. I'm like, oh god. I was just gonna be like handing off like the cake box, but we ended up being there for like an hour and a half just talking. Like she is hilarious. So like when I was leaving, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was like I put on pants and shoes for this girl. I'm like, my moon and stars. So great. And like it was, and that was another cake where she was so original. Like it was, oh god, it was so great. It was so, oh my god, it was so wonderful.
But all the wedding, it was original. I mean, for most of the weddings, they don't see each other until ceremony, and they were together like
The whole day.
Oh, they were?
Yes.
Oh.
So it was it was the first one for us too.
Yeah,
you
first
know?
one, because a lot of times you see the bride and the groom different rooms, different houses, different zip codes.
Bridesmaids with
Oh, really?
groomsmen.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
are
gosh.
separated. They are not seeing each other. So they were like this.
Oh.
It was very sweet. Yeah.
They're so sweet. Oh, God. And I saw the pictures, the pajama pictures, because she sent me some of them. My girl, what? Oh my gosh. Yeah, we message each other like fairly often. Like we watch Bridgerton together. Like, oh my gosh, so great. Oh God. I feel like I made us go off on a tangent. We were talking.
We were talking
something-
about that we do the video, and we saw you
I
there.
forgot. I'm so sorry. Oh God. Yeah, when I started talking about her, I was just like, oh God. I should do like a scrap. Oh my gosh. I want to do like a scrapbook. Well, no. Because I was thinking, I did like a binder for the wedding venue, for the expo. And it was so hard deciding on like which pictures to put in because I had so many like great couples, and I'm like, and I end up being like, I know, oh my God. And I was just like, and then I'm like, this is gonna be super expensive to print. I found a great printer. Like,
Awesome.
yeah. I don't know. This is not like sponsored by them.
No,
Oh my God.
maybe I'll ask Whataburger since you mentioned that you quit vegan.
And also the tea brought to you by Twinings Tea. Get you guys sponsored.
Michelle, how do you feel about those venues that offers cake? I know we want to kill them too, but
I mean, there's nothing I can do. Like,
No,
of
course not.
course,
Yeah.
they offer
Photography as well,
photo
so-
video too.
yeah, like
But they, I mean,
the problem is like I've seen both sides of it. Like where I used to work in Austin, like we offered cake, but also like we were just like, but if you want to bring in somebody, like it was, you're able to have it added into the package, or it didn't have to be a part of it. Like if you had somebody, but like do what you got to do. But the hotel, some of the hotels and some venues, the issue is they only offer specific designs or like specific flavors. So I was just like, and we fell into that, and I was just like, it's like that's why I do for my tasting boxes, I do like a mix and match, because like I want everybody to have a unique experience, and I don't want you to have like the same flavors, the same exterior. So like for me, like I get it, you're running a business, but at the same time I'm just like, ugh. But what really like gets me really excited is when couples are just like, look, a cake comes with this package, but I don't want that cake, I want your cake. And that always makes me really happy. And I'm always like yes, I'm running a business, but also I want to be mindful of like their pocket. I was just like, if you want to get the cake from them, like if you're already paying for a cake from them, like just get that cake. They're just like, no. So that always like makes me really happy. Like I've run into that problem before where
Yes.
like I'll do a groom's cake because they're just, the wedding cake is included and they don't have the groom's cake. And oh my gosh, one time I did a groom's cake at a venue and it was a big one, and I was just like, why is this so big? Like this is a very, very large cake for it to be a groom's cake. And when I got there, but the flavors were I think it might have, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it might have been like a secret wedding cake, because when I got there, the wedding cake from the venue, it was much smaller, and like I put the groom's cake out and I was just like, okay, like this is it. So yeah, I'm like, bye. So when I did my follow-up with them, I was just like, girl, I didn't think the groom's cake was that big. She's just like, oh no, we wanted it to be that size because that's the flavor we wanted for our wedding cake, but like we were like stuck within like the restraints of like what was being offered. And like there's ways to get around it, like not to do like a massive like groom's cake, but like also it was really fun because it had like I had to hire a carpenter to like do the structure. It was crazy. Oh my God, it was so much fun. Oh God, I'm like, let me whip out my phone and like put it away. So but it was a really big cake, and so I know sometimes people like work around it so that they can get something that they really want, but for me, like I understand it's like a business decision, but I'm just like, sometimes it makes me sad because only specific things are offered, and if you're supposed to feel like as unique as possible, like that kind of takes away from that option.
Oh yes, it does.
definitely.
Yeah.
And how about pricing? Like, well, people don't always see the value in our work.
Yeah.
Not only cakes and photos and everything. Like they say, oh, it's another thing that I have to check. And that's it.
Yeah, for me, when that's an issue, I'm not like when I'm approached with that, like that just makes me remember like I'm not for everybody. Like, and the people that love my flavors, love the work that I create, I'm like, that's who I'm for. And like I'm never gonna get my feelings hurt when somebody's just like, well, I could get it cheaper. I'm like, all right, go get it cheaper. Like I'm not gonna be stopping people. So like the people who I make wedding cakes for, like Like it just
Understand the value.
Yeah, they understand the value. And I've always been very open with my pricing because I know sometimes people are just like, oh, like secrets. I'm like, no, like I worked very hard on my website. Like I am not a tech savvy girl. Like that thing took me forever to make. So, but I made sure that like I have an area on my website where I'm just like, this is like my pricing. So, and I do that so people can get an understanding of, and to honestly, like to get an understanding of like what the cost would be. And also like, if I'm out of like somebody's price range, like it would save everybody's time because like, you don't want to have like, I don't want them to go through like purchasing a tasting box and then they're just like, oh no. And I'm like, well then like, you spend money on a tasting box. I'm like, you should have used that. Like, yeah, it's money out of my pocket, but I'm like, you could have used that for something else. Like, I don't know what they want for their wedding, but I'm like, you could use that towards that. So I always want people to be like mindful and understand like you're not hurting our feelings by like not going with like specific vendors. Like you're not hurting our feelings.
Yeah, no, of course, totally relate.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes we know photographers that are booked pretty much the full year. For us, we don't get booked the full year as well because pretty much kind of like on the same page as you, where we're not for everybody. And whenever we get that Saturday off, it's our kids' day.
Yeah.
It's fully our kid. It's not. We're not resting.
Oh God, I forgot. I was just like, I'm like naps.
No, it's kind of like, okay, so he wakes up. That's the only day he wakes up really early without us telling him. Throughout the week, we have to wake him up. Obviously, this is cool. But on Saturdays, if we didn't have an event, he wakes up at around 7:30ish, 8 o'clock in the morning. He's really mindful. Sometimes he wakes us up because he's hungry. Sometimes he just gets up from his bed, turns on the TV. I once had it was really late in the afternoon, and it was at a shoot. It was like 6:30ish, and we had just gotten back from his karate lesson. So I told him, okay, I don't have any meeting right now, so I'll prepare something to eat. But then I get a call from a customer, and I'm like, okay, so I'll just handle this. It's probably 5-10 minutes. But no, it ended up being like a full hour. Oh my God. And I was like, okay, I don't want to cut the call, so I'll just kind of go over it.
We're not bad parents.
We're not bad parents. He was watching TV, so I've got him on the camera, kind of like seeing him. But then when I step outside and I'm like, okay, dude, what do you want to eat? He's got a big bowl this size with cereal.
Oh God. Oh my God.
He didn't fill it up, but that's the first bowl he found. So,
I mean, I feel like there are options, but he's just like.
Yeah, no, the other options are way too high, and that was kind of like the easiest for him to find. So he poured cereal, he poured the milk, and I just saw him there kind of like,
oh my
on the last.
I have so much respect for that. Oh my God.
Yeah, I felt a little bad because I wasn't able to give him some proper food.
Yes.
But I also felt like, you know how to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You know that if you're hungry, and you know that if we're busy, it's not because we don't want to be here.
Yeah.
So you're able to say, I'll handle this.
Yeah.
I'll grab something for myself.
And
I'll find a bowl.
And he said, I'm a chef.
I'm a chef. I know.
I know how to do
perfection.
cereal gluten-free, dairy-free.
There it is.
Talking about
is.
gluten-free, any allergy
Oh God.
related recipes that you may have?
I do. I have gluten-free, but I always have to preface this because gluten-free is very different from celiacs, 100%. When I lived in Austin, you would think everybody has celiac disease. No, like the amount of times people ask for gluten-free things, and then like, for example, I was working in the restaurant, like when I first started working there, and I was in Garde Manger, and they asked for like a cheese, what's it called? They asked for our charcuterie board, and then they're just like, oh, but somebody's gluten-free. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll do like the meats and like the stuff that went on it, and then we'll just leave off the bread. So then they come back, they're just like, they're asking for bread. I'm like, they just said that they're gluten-free. Like, they're just like, oh no, they just like ordering gluten-free stuff. I'm like, well, bread is gluten, so like, what's the decision right now? So they're just like, they want the bread. I'm like, I sent out the bread. I'm like, all right, guys, but gluten-free, it's very, very different. Like, I wouldn't be able to make something for somebody with celiacs because I have gluten in my house. Like, it's a very big separation. Like, I can do vegetarian stuff. I can do dairy-free things, but when you're dealing with like severe allergies, like for me, I think celiacs and nut allergies are like the most
worst. Yeah.
Yes. Like if somebody's just like, I have a terrible nut allergy, I'm like, well, I won't be able to like make your cake because like I have peanuts, I have almond flour, I have, yeah. So if you have a very specific allergy and you're looking for a bakery, you need to find a bakery that's able to cater to that. Like ask them specific questions like, oh, are you gluten-free or can you do something for celiacs? Are you can you do stuff with dairy? Like ask what's on the premises. Like that's what's the best, I guess, clue on how to find something that you can eat. Like you don't want to go to your wedding and you're just like, oh, I can't eat anything. Like it's a big mystery as to what like the food was around. So yeah, like I can do it. Like I'm not going to do something for a celiac. It's like not to like discriminate. Like I understand people have like,
yeah, but it's a different method and everything. So
yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then like to clean everything, like it basically the whole kitchen has to be like spotless and like not have like things that can affect the person. And like I know what's going on in my kitchen. Like there's like cake flour, there's normal flour, well there's
nuts or
yeah
whatever.
There's bread flour. I'm not saying like I'm throwing flour around the house like every day. I'm like flour party. I'm like, come on. Yeah, but I'm like,
yeah, there's a difference between a working station and a clean room.
Yes.
So I believe for that type of situation, they need a clean room where everything, it's not only spotless, but I mean, we've seen it where we clean our cameras, our sensors, but every now and then we also send it out to the manufacturer, which is Sony, so that they can also do a much more in-depth cleaning. So what they do is they put all of our equipment in a clean room, and the people who are cleaning it actually go a little bit much more into depth into what we do.
Well, you do with like everything?
Everything. Cameras, lenses, etc. It has to, so that we don't have too many spots. Because obviously when we're changing lenses, the sensor's there, but something can... Usually it's dirt. Oh, God. But we clean it so that we've got it ready. But usually when we've got like that break between events, like large break, like a few months, we send it out to Sony and they do the proper cleaning.
I don't even know what to say. Like, I feel like your part of the job is like very involved. I'm like, I'm just making a cake, and you guys are just like sending stuff out. Oh my god!
No,
like
but I
these
think
headphones, you guys are so fancy.
But I think if we know your equipment and your things, we're thinking the same thing.
Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh my god, my mixer, my
yes,
mixers,
everything.
Oh god, I don't know where I'd be without Ken. Ken's Ken is my mic. He's my main mixer. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if you ever watched Project Runway. He was crazy, and I was obsessed with him. Like, there is one part, this has nothing to do with like weddings, but it's fine. There is one part where he was, the camera people were inside of their hotel room, and he's like ironing stuff, and he has like these, like, you know, the patches, like the things that you put under your eyes.
Yes.
So like, yeah, so he has those on. He has like his full beard, and he has like on his glasses, and he's like ready, but he's like angrily ironing his stuff like for the day. And like he's in a fight with somebody, and like I remember I was setting up my mixer, and I was like getting like upset, and I was just like, I wanted to name it Ken because like we were both having issues. I'm like, I'm gonna name my mixer Ken. So that's, the name started out of place of rage, but Ken and I are forever. Like I take such good care of him. Like there's times where oh god, I just realized, okay, in my slow months, like I do a deep clean like every time, but like in the slow months, like that's when I like take it apart and like go through everything and like grease like the little parts. It's a whole thing. Like I'm obsessed.
You're greasing Ken.
I'm okay. All right. How dare you, gentlemen? Oh God, I absolutely. Oh God, it's a kitchen. Yeah, you're like.
Okay.
It's a KitchenAid. It's this
Oh,
is
yeah, of
not,
course, of
This is
course.
not like I'm trying to get you guys like sponsored by KitchenAid and this and Sony. Yeah. I got it for you. You should get a mixer. Do you have a mixer?
No, a really basic one.
Oh, okay.
We don't do cakes, but because Gael is gluten free, and he actually helps Annette do the pancake mix and everything.
What do you put in your pancake mix?
It's like a flour. It's King Arthur.
Is it cassava flour? What kind of flour is it?
I've got no idea. It just says
Okay.
gluten free.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't go too much into that.
free, not free.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty
Not
much a
that free.
pre.
Oh, it's a
Pre-mix.
premix.
Almost
Yes.
pre-mixed because you still need to put in
Okay.
the egg and the almond milk, etc.
Oh, okay.
But it is kind of
I'm being
like
very nosy.
yeah.
I'm like, what's in your pancake mix? You're like, no. God. I think it's just because I'm really hungry. So. Oh God. No. It's my choice. It's my choice. I woke up late. I didn't. So today I went to the florist. I went to Southern Roots. I went to go like make an order. Another like name dropping.
Another good vendor.
Spot.
Yes.
Yeah, so I went there to like place an order for some flowers, and then and then I'm having issues with my Instagram. Like I'm not logged in right now, so
And you're very active. in your
yeah,
Instagram. I mean,
gosh.
I'm your fan.
Oh, girl, likewise. Oh God.
Yeah, have you seen this and that? And the moving.
Oh God. It's
The slow
patience.
motion thingies
Oh,
and everything.
yeah.
Oh.
The key is like I film things while I'm like actually making like wedding cakes or anything like that because
But I
can't
don't know
do it
if you
separately.
realized you are a professional. You're a professional videographer.
Oh God, it's literally all with my phone. Like it's God bless that phone. Like I dropped it one time. Not like in an active like mixer, but like I'm like sometimes I'm just like dropping all. I have to have an OtterBox on my phone. Like I'm not here to be playing games. So like I went this morning, ordered some flowers, and I went to my storage unit to get like some stuff for work. And then that's when I had seen your message from last night. I'm like, oh my gosh, because I'm not getting any of my notifications, and I was just like, oh no, I need to get ready. Like I need to make, yeah. So yeah, no. Oh gosh, but yeah, I don't know if you have 2-factor authentication on your account, and like, do you have that?
I believe we do.
Okay. So if have your backup codes from Google, like rather than the app itself, because I have like the backup codes, like this is just like the most random stuff. They're just like cut this part out. But like that's where I had my backup codes from. And then I got logged out like I want to say it was like 3 weeks ago. I got logged out of like all of my things. I'm like, what is happening? So I went to log back in, and it's just like, oh, you need to like enter your codes. I'm like, okay. So I put in my code, like the second code, because I think there's like six options. I put in the second one and it didn't work. I'm like, that's weird because I've only used one of them. So then I went through the entire list and none of them worked. So it's just like, so I was able to log in through my Facebook business suite, and like that's where I've been like posting everything from. So it's just double check. Like that's what I'm telling everyone. Like this is not like and subscribe and like is the most random business advice, but like it's super secure. It's so secure that it's secure for me at this point. But I'm working with the people from Meta to be like, hey, can you please help me?
I need it.
I know it's been such a long process. Like I can still post through Facebook, but I'm just like, I need to be able to actually do things within my Instagram account. Like smallest thing, like seeing my metrics, like seeing like what people are actually looking at, like interacting. But I'm like, no, like, but yes, that's why I didn't see your message.
But we're here.
We're here.
That works.
Oh my God. Oh gosh. Ugh, yeah. Whatever. This is where all my white hairs are coming from.
Instagram, thank you.
Okay. Oh, do you want a sponsorship from Instagram?
Why
Wait,
not?
let me-
Yeah, whomever.
Instagram.
Michelle, one I don't know, advice to our couples about cakes. How do you choose? How do you select
A
from
design, a flavor, or anything like that.
Yes.
Oh God. I always tell my couples, like, go for whatever makes you happy. Like I always tell them when my tasting boxes are meant for 2 people, like just 2. There's 2 slices on for each cake, like selected. There's in the little portion cups with the fillings and the icings, there's just enough for 2, and I want it to be a decision between the both of them. Like I understand like your grandma
Aunt.
or like you're very
Yeah,
you're
a lot of
very
people wanna get
local
involved.
aunt. Like yes, like I understand that that's something that they want to get involved with, but the wedding day itself, like that's the day you can share with everybody. Like, but the wedding cake and like there's so many specific things. Like you're not gonna bring your like that one on in with like the meeting with your officiant. Like she has nothing to do with like the vows. So I always tell people, I'm like, make your decisions like based off of what you 2 enjoy. Like if somebody picks a weird cake flavor and they ask me like, do you think this is weird? I'm be like, yeah, that's weird. Like you need a like.
What's weird flavor?
Oh God. There was one where somebody wanted, I think it was like pistachio cake, and they wanted, I think it was like a weird citrus. Oh, it was pistachio. They really liked green. It was gonna be a pistachio cake with a lime curd filling. I was just like, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm like, did you try the 2 together? And they're just like, well, no, I saw a lime curd somewhere. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm like, I don't want to rain on your parade. I'm very happy you're getting married. Congratulations. But I'm like, it might not have the flavor profile that you want. I'm like, it has the colors, but it's not gonna have the flavor that you want. So they're just like, oh, I'm like, yes. Like I'll let them know, like maybe check your options. But I always tell people, it's just like, just go for what you really enjoy. Sometimes people just selecting the flavors that's going to go in the tasting box, they're stumped. And I'm like, how about like, do you want a white cake? You could pick a white velvet, you could pick almond, you could pick elderflower, you could pick vanilla bean. I'm like, those are white cake options, because I know sometimes people really want like the classic wedding cake interior. Or I was just like, or what's your favorite food? What's your favorite fruit? Like those are things that you could put inside your tasting box and just like mix and match and taste until you're like, oh, I really like that. So that's what I always tell them to do for the interior. And then for the exterior, I'm like, send your pictures. Just send your pictures. Like, I'm going to design something that you're going to love. Like, not to be like, oh, everything I do is great. But I'm like, that's why it's like a back and forth during the consultation. Like, I'm showing them the sketches. I'm like, how do you feel about like this placement? And what we do is when we're going through all the pictures, I'm sketching while we're talking. Like, I always feel bad looking down because I don't want people to, is she on her phone?
But
No.
I believe that speeds things up, because if
Yeah.
you're kind of like going through the consultation and then 2 days later, you've got the
gosh,
sketch, you send it
yeah.
out, and then they're like, well, I found this also.
Yeah, and that's another thing why like I try to do it right then, because I want them to see the cake that they already like, and they don't have to look anywhere else to be like get inspiration, because you already know what you want, you see what you want. So like that's what you're gonna go for. Like, yeah, that's why I do it during that time. So I always tell people, I'm like, just do what you love and everything's gonna work out. Like, look at us. Like,
I know.
It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Imagine me being a doctor, like the squeamish doctor, and just like, oh God, I can't handle it. Oh God. It's crazy. Oh my God, look at what we're doing.
I think,
Guys.
well, for your outfits, because I've seen you in like this classic chef outfit.
yeah.
It looks like a doctor.
Yeah, I know.
I mean-
It's insane.
I don't know if you're
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
Like my shoes.
if you be a good doctor or not, but you look good in the outfit.
Oh,
so
thank
that's,
you. Oh God. Yeah, no.
that's a good point.
I still have my scrubs from high school. Like I did HOSA and like HST classes. It's when they would take us to the hospital and like do stuff. I still wear scrubs and like not to work in like the medical field. I'm not going to hospitals. I'm like, all right, guys, let me get in. They're just like, who is this woman? So like they're still comfortable to wear, but like it's not the path that I went down. I'm so grateful. Like, props to anybody who does all of that. Like, literally, my family, they all do the medical field. I'm the one person. It's me and 3 other cousins. So was
that the reason why you started going that direction?
Yes, yeah, I think so. And also, the Valley is like that's something they really push, because look at all the hospitals we have. Look at all the freestanding. Like, there's so many doctors' offices. Like, it's a career that's really encouraged down here, and I enjoyed it too. Like, I still watch Grey's Anatomy, but like during that time, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm like, that's gonna be me. But like, I'm happy it's not me, and I could just watch it on TV and not like be involved. Because like, whenever we have like Thanksgiving, my family, we're there together, and they're telling stories from work. They're just like, this happened. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I'm getting really involved. I'm like, what's going on? Like, so what happened next? Half the time at the end, they're just like, and they died. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, I can't handle that. I'm like, oh God.
I believe they get used to it. I mean, it's in our side of perspective and everything, we say like, why or how? Because we're not there. But just like we get used to everything related to what we do, to a point where it's not like, oh my God, what happened?
Yes.
I believe that for them, death is kind of like a little bit more, they have to, or how will they move on? How will they move forward if they don't actually get used to the fact that something like that is going to happen?
Yeah, for me, it would just be like, oh God, I can't. Oh my gosh, I can't. Like, it's so crazy at the time when I was growing up, I thought, I'm like, oh, I can handle this. And now at this point, I'm just like, oh God, absolutely not. Because like, look at the part that we see in their lives. It's just like the celebration part. We're just like, fireworks, but like, I mean, like, it's gonna happen, but I'm just.
They're part of a very happy part of their life.
Yes, yeah, and I think we're very used to that. And like, past Michelle, I don't know, if like seeing me now, she'd be like, okay, like, good for you, and like that you realize that you can't handle it. Oh my God, girl.
Maybe you could, but
yeah,
maybe
I'm not gonna find out. Yeah. I think if I were to do the medical field, maybe I could do like dermatologist. Like,
I think pediatrics.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know. You love children.
I do.
And you feel comfortable around them.
Oh, they're so sweet. All my church kids, they're terrible, and I'm obsessed with them. Oh my God. Oh, they're so great. Yeah. Maybe I could, but then like, God forbid anything happens, I'll like crumble like a house of cards. I'm like,
just flu.
Oh yeah, only
just give me a kid if they have.
Or like a scraped knee. Like, I can't even give shots. Like, when I have to get any kind of shot, I'm just like, they have to use like the baby needle, because I'm like sweating, like drenched in sweat. I'm like, I can't even look. And I go to the same pharmacist. It's the one on 23rd. It's the neighborhood market, the Walmart one. Oh, she's so great. Getting you with ad spots.
I know, I've heard them all.
Getting all of them. So that's the one I go to, and she already knows. She's just like, ugh, here we go. I'm like, just get in there. Like, so I just show like the gentle part of like a shoulder, and like, she already knows, like, I have to look away, and she has to keep talking to me, and then like
keep you distracted.
Oh yeah. Babies are better than me at getting shots. Like, I'm a nightmare. Like, I can't. So imagine this as a doctor.
You never know.
Oh, I know.
Happy, so that's great.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Poorly timed naps all the time. Oh my God, the dream. Oh God.
I don't know how to end this, because
she doesn't want to.
I want to keep talking with you all day.
I never see you guys.
You have to see this.
I know, we usually just bump into each other at shows, bridal shows, expos.
Yes.
Very few events.
I know.
I mean, for most of the weddings that we do, or even quinceañeras, like 90% of the times they go with the cake that they've got.
Yeah.
Or sometimes the cake is already there. Yeah, I mean, we try and avoid the eating part of the cake, especially, I mean, sometimes they're good, sometimes not as good. But looking at the guests, looking at the amount of cake, Also, we also try and take care of ourselves, kind of like, okay, let's avoid it whenever we can the most.
Yes.
Because throughout the whole week, we've got to exercise, we've got to look into what we're eating.
Yes.
Because we want to be 100% for the next event.
I'm currently out of my my lax eating season because I'm just like, I need to, the same thing. I'm like, I need to keep it together. Like right now, oh my gosh, I actually went up. I started lifting heavy for this season.
That's
so
great.
I went up in my weights. No! I'm not like the grunter in the gym. Like that's not my ministry. So I'm just, so I want to make sure that like I'm ready for weddings and like I'm not getting sick. Except for the flu. But that was off season. So, but yeah, I want to make sure that like I'm 100% for my weddings. Like I see my chiropractor, like, cause oh my gosh.
Once a month as well.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I go once a week.
Oh my.
I have a membership with the Joint.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, it pays for like a month. Like I go. That's why I'm like, if I'm gonna go once a week. Like, were they gonna tell me no? So it's fine. But yeah, like they get in there and like the lady that does like she's so small.
Like deep tissue or?
Oh no, like my massages like God, I get one. I try to get one once a month, like at the end of the month. But like the lady, my chiropractor, she's so small. But like she gets in there. It's like she puts like all of her weight and the weight of the building. Like when she like gets in there, I'm like, oh
You're
God.
gonna feel this.
She's so great. Oh God. But yeah, I mean, I have to have a chiropractor because elderly. And
Come on.
oh God. But yeah, like no, I have
No, I assume because you're standing up most of the time while
yeah.
baking cake, and then
I can't sit. I've never been one to like sit and bake.
How?
I don't know. I've seen some people like they're just like sitting there and they're just like, but like you have to move around and like I don't want to be reaching over stuff because I'm gonna knock it over. I know myself.
yeah, it's really important.
Yeah, go to the Joint.
Another one.
Yeah. Oh God, who have we done? So there's Sony. There's the Joint.
Whataburger. That was the first one.
Oh yeah, switch the order. Whataburger.
I know. That one went from vegan to
I know.
Whataburger.
Oh God, I know. It's fine. Whataburger, Sony. We're gonna get you that one. The Joint, and then Twinings Tea.
I know.
And Instagram, but I don't know. If
KitchenAid.
That one. Oh,
Ken.
KitchenAid.
Let's
Oh
not
my
forget
gosh.
Ken.
Oh God, blessed Ken. One day you guys are gonna meet him. He's so great. Oh God, what a sweet boy. But yeah, just let me know.
Michelle, last question.
Okay,
I
yeah.
promise. What's your favorite cake?
Oh, it's like picking between kids. Oh,
I know,
God.
It's always the eldest one.
Oh God. Oh, how dare you? I'm the baby.
I've got
and
one.
I'm a delight.
You're the baby.
Yes.
No, I mean because we have one.
Oh God. Oh, he's perfect. All right. Oh my gosh.
We always tell him you're the favorite of them all.
Okay, he's like, all right, it feels less special, but okay. Like, all right. Oh no, it's always a battle between my brother, sister, and I. Like, I'm clearly the favorite. I don't know. I think it's Renee. Is it Renee? Maybe it's. I don't know. She's very even with all of us. She's so sneaky.
Yeah, no, I think that the first one.
I think it's,
I mean, not that they have more feelings towards him, but it's the first one that they get to experience everything.
Oh God.
Kind of like the not sleeping.
You're
The
learning to be a parent.
learning to be a parent, the whole process. By the second one, you're a bit more used to it, so it's kind of like the first event that we went to. We were kind of dressed up and kind of like, and then the next one, okay, I don't need to do all of that.
Yeah. And then for the third me, there's like,
It's kind of like, I'll just handle this. I can do this with
Cheerios. She'll figure it out. Okay.
Well, not in the event industry. Yeah, we learn and we
we're
do
100%.
much better things. Yeah.
100% for all of them. But like, oh my God. I feel like I have favorites for the season
Okay.
and they're rotating. And that's not good. And I feel like that's not the answer you
No,
want.
it's fine.
Oh God. Right now, oh God, I'm gonna sound so basic when I say this, but I don't even care. My favorite right now for autumn is my pumpkin spice cake with vanilla bean buttercream and a cream cheese filling. But like my normal fall favorite is my Italian cream cake. It has like coconut, it has pecans. Oh God, I love it. Oh my gosh. It's very labor intensive to make it, but I'm just like, I don't even care. Oh God, but then I also like carrot. Oh God. See, it's not great. No, I make it. Oh, but I really, no. Italian cream with cream cheese. Oh God, and salted caramel. That's it. That's gonna be the cake slice.
Okay.
And then year round, again, another like basic girl flavor. It's vanilla bean. It's my vanilla bean cake with hibiscus berry buttercream, because that's my most popular one that I have, and I bring it to every wedding fair that I do, like wedding fair, wedding expo, because it's my favorite and people really like it. So I'm just like, okay. So, and then for this past spring, oh God, hands down, my favorite one was almond cake with matcha buttercream and strawberry buttercream, like in the layers. Oh God, it was my favorite. Like
That sounds great.
Yeah, I tried to change my menu each season because that's what we did at the hotel, and like also I like experimenting in the kitchen. Like, why not?
So this is something couples are not getting when they go and get the venue cake.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
It's vanilla with whatever.
Yeah.
And I've heard a few combinations that I would have never thought about.
I mean, I'm not saying I got it all, but
experience.
like hair toss. Yeah. It's really fun because like what I try to do every season, I make myself a tasting box like with all of my season flavors, and I do like mix and match, and like that's how I come up with flavor combinations to give to couples. But also I do want to eat cake, so it's like a bit of both, because I'm gonna get
Why not?
I'm gonna get some cake. Like I try like when I level cakes, I'll try the top, so I'm not like, so I can know. I already know what it tastes like, but it's just like quality control.
Quality control, yeah, of course.
Quality control. Also, I do want to eat some cake. Like that's why I have the flavors that I have, because everybody's different. The seasons are different, and like you want to have something. Seasonal flavors are great because personally, I think everything just has a different taste when they're in season. Like, I don't know if you've ever gone to HEB and you've gotten an Asian pear out of season. It's, oh God, have you ever had an Asian pear?
Yeah.
It's, oh God, like they're in season right now, like in the fall. So I'm only saying this because I went grocery shopping yesterday and I got like 8 of them. Like, I'm gonna tear them up. I love them so much. But like when they're in season, they're firm, they feel dense, and like the skin of it, like it just feels different. And when they're out of season, it's just like, oh.
Our kid loves them. It's Las Esperanzas. Yeah, and because they seem like an apple, but they are pears.
Yes.
So our kid calls them peranzanas because pera, that's the pear, manzana. So kind of like mixed it in.
Sweet angel. Yeah, like that's the beauty of like having such a flexible menu. Like you get so much more, but like the world, like the cake world is like totally in front of you, and you have so many options. Yeah.
And Michelle, tell us, where can people find you? I believe that's going to be a really
Yes. Okay. So here in a braid. Ugh. So I have my website, www.irishstreetbakery.com. Excuse me. So, and then I also have my Instagram with the same handle, and I work by appointment, but like it's fine. I have a home studio, so I'm not like giving my address out where people are just like, come kidnap me.
I know, right?
No, oh gosh, no, I think if somebody tried to kidnap me, they'd bring me back, because they're just like, she's way too chatty.
No, I never return you. Just have you in my kitchen,
like
all day. I hit my nap. No,
and I'm like, oh gosh, and then I could just get like all the Earl Grey tea that you have. Oh my God. But yeah, that's where you can find me. I work by appointment, and yeah, if you want to try some cake, come my way. No, yeah, I think that's how that's how I structure like my Instagram when I have access to it. So like I would do like the entire like month schedule, like well, yeah, I mean, I have October planned, but I need to figure out what to do with Reels. Anyway, but yeah, no, like you don't want to have so many things like clumped together and like it becomes less special, right? Yeah. How big is like the team that you work with when you're like doing
For an
weddings?
event?
Yeah.
Typically it's 4 unless it's a really big event where we might need an additional person or two. For example, we've done for Dr. Yaji several events. It's usually a 6 team member.
And like, I'm just picturing like what goes into the team. Is there like somebody who's just like holding lights, or somebody who's just like holding a camera?
Pretty much we all know how to do everything.
Oh wow.
So if a videographer is there and I'm like, okay, filming something, and I'm like, okay, you know what? We need some extra light over here, some extra light over there. They do it, or even if the first person that we kind of like bump into, kind of like if it's a photographer, hey, you know what? I need this. Or if I'm there and the photographer needs something, oh, can you bring the
Mics or
the lights or the flash or whatever? Okay, so we pretty much all know all of our equipment to a point where if something is needed, we can all help each other.
This is crazy.
Once shooting, yes, some
Yeah.
people are photography, some people are on the video side. But equipment-wise, we can pretty much all know what's what.
oh, thank you.
God, this is crazy. Like, I am always intimidated. Like, I know at one point I'm gonna have to hire somebody, and like I'm gonna have to. Like, it's gonna be like a thing. But I'm just, oh God, I think it's so impressive. Like being able to like manage people like that and like train them to get to the point, because I would train people, but like in my head I'm always just like, well, I need to teach them not to like do the same mistakes. Like there's sometimes where people train them to do like follow things like exactly, and they don't like teach them the shortcuts to do certain things. Like, so I just think it's impressive that you guys have such a big team and like all these.
They're amazing.
Great. They are amazing. I mean,
I've met the
The
girl
hunger
with the long
to-
hair
Oh, yes.
so many times. Like I don't know. Do you guys send her
Jocelyn.
to? Yeah,
Yeah, she's-
Do you send her to do like weddings on her own?
well, smaller events, yes.
Okay.
Bridal showers
Okay.
and things like that. But we are almost never alone. Like
Yeah.
she's with me or I'm with everyone else. Or well, it depends. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you guys are so impressive.
But she has almost 10 years with us. So yeah, she's part of our
Oh
family.
my gosh, you guys are like a business.
She's-
Dang.
She's part of the family. Yes.
God, very,
Very sweet.
I mean, I'm just like, ugh, it's my team. It's myself, Ken, my dishwasher. Yeah.
Great team.
Yeah. And my cabinets that hold like all my ingredients. Oh my gosh, and my refrigerator. I don't know who I need to. I don't know. Yeah. It's between Ken and my refrigerator.
How do you manage to have the heat? Well,
Oh yeah, no.
How to transport
cakes.
cake.
Oh God,
Yes.
yeah. No. That's an appropriate question. Number one, I deliver the cakes. It's always a question I get. They're just like, do you deliver my cakes? Absolutely. I'm not gonna be like, come in your wedding clothes and just be like, you figure it out. So yeah, I box the cake. Like I travel with them fully stacked now, not making poor decisions. That was crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. Fully stacked. I put them in a box, and then, oh God, summer deliveries. Like I'll reverse my car into the garage. Oh, now that I'm thinking about this, I'm like, this doesn't sound safe. Like I turn on my car and I just like leave it in the garage. Like it's cracked open, like where the exhaust is going out. I'm not gonna be like, oh, no, this is, oh my God. No. Like, there's no way to get out of this. I park my car in the garage and I turn it on. So like it could be in a cool area to like cool my car down. And then I just put it in my trunk, and then I just like stabilize it, and then I just drive with it. I know it doesn't sound like, oh, that's it. I'm like, that's it.
that's it.
Stabilize it? How do you stabilize it?
Well, I have a center dowel in the cake. Like the box that I have, it's a cake safe. They're so great.
Oh my God.
Cake safe. It's get you a sponsor. So I'm gonna get all of them. So like it's basically like some sort of plexiglass thing, but it stays refrigerated, like it stays cold really well. And then there's a center dowel that goes through the entire cake. If it's like a faux cake, like styrofoam, like I can't use it because when I push it through, like it's gonna get styrofoam.
And how high it is. Like,
Oh God. Like say it's on the floor, I wanna say it's like this tall. Yeah, and if not, like if the cake doesn't call for it, then I'll just use like a normal like heavy duty cardboard box. But I have a center dowel through that too to like keep the cake from like tipping over, because that's my biggest nightmare. Like I travel with things to fix a cake, but I don't want to have to use it. I'm like, oh, I want to get there, and oh god, I'm not looking for disasters. So then I just put the cake in the box, put the box in my car, my cooled car, and then I just travel. Like I have I stabilize everything. Like I have my cart pressed up against the side of the box, or if I has like a sheet cake, like I just have it so it's not moving. But even when it's a smaller order, like the cake's not like sliding around because I have a non-slip mat in my trunk. Oh god. Yeah, it's not fancy. It's the non-slip stuff that you put in cabinets.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but you take care of it so that it actually arrives safe.
God, yeah. I think I'm traumatized from one of my chefs in culinary school. She told us to always look at the venue before like you deliver. Like if it's an unfamiliar place, like do your research, like see what the drive looks like, because Chef Courtney, she was telling us about a cake she had delivered, and she didn't realize that it was like cobblestone for half of it, and you couldn't bring your car close to the venue. So she's just like, I had to take it out, and she's like carrying it up like an incline, like a loose cake, because she couldn't put it on the cart because it was so steep. So she was just like, at one point I slipped and she fell forward on the cake, and she was just like, so always look into where you're going to be delivering the cake. Insane. So
well, I think photography in bakery, it looks like it has similarities.
Yeah.
I mean, when we went to a venue, when we go to a venue that it's new for us, we always do scouting. Like, because we are not hired just local. We go to San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, and we have to do research.
Yes.
Because we don't have any cakes, anything that they are like very But we have a lot of equipment, and we have these bags with.
You guys have so many bags.
Yes,
I remember
and they
I
are very
saw
heavy,
like the pile.
So,
oh my god.
And last time we went to Italy, and it was very.
Oh my god! Congrats! You went to
you.
Italy.
Yes.
The fanciest people ever. Oh god. Was it just you two or your whole group?
No, we went with more people.
Oh my god.
But the traveling from one place to another.
How did you check all of that stuff?
That's the not the hard part of that. The traveling from the station to the hotel to the
Train station
venue,
and then going to different places.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because at the airport you check it in, and that's it. I mean, we did feel a little bit stressed out into okay, hopefully it'll make it, because you know airlines, they lose baggage and then you're stuck with whatever you've got. I mean, we had with us the most important parts.
Yeah.
Cameras, lenses.
Oh, like in
etc.
your carry-on stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
And pretty much on the checked bags was our clothes and additional equipment. But walking distances and walking with our luggage and all of that, it's heavy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like too big. Each person had a checked bag plus a carry-on plus a backpack, everything with equipment. So we were kind of like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because streets in Italy, they're not
all cobble. Oh my gosh. So
hills,
loud,
etc.
bothering everybody.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh god. That's so cool. Oh my god. I think that's you guys are so impressive. Like you don't understand how impressive you are. That's amazing. Oh, god. Was that this past year that you went to Italy?
Yeah, it was July.
Yeah, what a life. What was I doing in July? Naps. I'm just like, no.
Weddings.
Oh my god. No, so this past summer it was more like baby showers and and like baby showers and bridal showers. So like yeah, I think it's too hot in the valley in July and August to like do like weddings. Like, you guys,
Yeah, we had a few,
Yeah.
but most of them are indoors.
Yeah, they're indoors.
Yeah, from this point on, we will have a few outdoor events, but not as often.
I really like the outdoor ones. I don't know. It's because a lot. It's the natural. What I really like is the natural light, and it looks so good. Like everything looks great in pictures. I'm just like, even I'll take a good picture in like natural. I'm like, oh, I'm super artsy. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you
It's-
are.
Oh no, it's just like figuring
Even
out
if you're not
settings.
outside, I mean, your kitchen, we have seen your Instagram. It looks amazing. It looks like you have staged all the
Everything, yeah.
all the
It's a
fancy
good window. It's my favorite window that gets like all the best lighting, and I just have like everything there. I even bought lighting. Like I bought like the little lighting stands because I'm just like bump it up. I bought a book about photography. Like I'm not gonna encroach on your territory. I'm gonna do all my photography with like my camera phone. I'm like, all right, guys, get in real tight. They're just like, why did we hire her? No, yeah, so that's where I do like that's where I have like my setup, so I can, like, if I'm working and I'm just like, like I'll label on my planner what things I'm going to film, and like stuff that's interesting, because nobody wants to see me crack eggs. Like that's not.
I've seen some videos of people cracking, and it looks
It
fun.
sounds, it looks
Really?
great.
Yeah, I saw one, and they were
with
using
one
like
hand.
chopsticks, and
Oh,
I don't know. Really depends a lot on how you set it up.
okay.
And the sounds and the music.
Oh, like an
and the-
ASMR one. It was just like me cracking eggs. I'm gonna
Well,
go
thank you for
home.
being with
Thank
us.
you.
Oh wait,
Thank
is
you
this
for-
the end or?
Pretty much.
Yes.
Oh my god! Oh. Thanks, guys. Oh yeah.
Thank you for being with us.
Yes. Oh, thanks for being so understanding when I'm like, oh gosh, this is really fun. If you guys ever want me to come back.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Probably after the season and see how we
Oh yeah.
turned out.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, all
If
like
you have-
with bruises and
Oh,
everything. Kind of like, yep, we're back.
God. Just like wheeling him around. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, this was probably next week would have been like the last shot for myself for like doing things outside of weddings because